Hello and welcome to another Denis Wick Products interview. And I'm here today with Jay Jennings. I wondered if you could talk a little bit about the recording project that's been released. Well, right now, I think it's within the last week or so.
Yeah, I released my second single last Friday
Hmm.
on well, a few days ago on the 3rd of March. And then the full album is being released. That's on March 31st. And it's under my artist name, Jay Jennings. So it's called Jay Jennings Volume 2. The first record was called the Jay Jennings Quartet. It was my first solo project. Um, and then it has since evolved, and I wrote some music during the very beginning of the pandemic when everything was shut down, and the first record is very much like old, like 1950s West Coast bebop kind of a vibe. It's tenor saxophone, trumpet, bass, drums. There's no chordal instrument, which is a particular sound. And then this next record is the same instrumentation. I wrote all the songs again, but I feel like it has a little bit more of an East Coast, West Coast blend. It doesn't really feel like a true West Coast record to me because of the way we were playing. We were kind of digging in a little bit more. It was a little heavier. The writing was a little edgier. It was in the middle of the shitstorm, for lack of a better word, that we were all in. So everybody was feeling a certain way and playing a certain way, and it was just different than the first record. And I feel like it kind of sounds like a New York band from the 50s combined with an LA band from the 50s, more so on this record. And it's called Jay Jennings Volume 2. And I actually joined up with Ground Up Music for this record. It's the same record that Snarky Puppy started and is on, with a bunch of other amazing artists from around the world. But really excited to be joined up with them for this record. So yeah, it's Jay Jennings Volume 2 on Ground Up Music, and it comes out March 31st. And I'm excited about it. We got Bob Reynolds on tenor saxophone. He's a fellow Snarky Puppy band member. We have Jose Perez on the drums and Ross Shodek on the bass. Those are buddies of mine that live here in LA, but I know them from Texas. I went to school with them, and they currently both play with famous jazz conguera, Poncho Sanchez. Conguero, excuse me.
Excellent.
He wouldn't
Yeah.
like it if he heard me say that.
So, in terms of the pandemic and doing a bit of writing there, was that therapy or was that frustrating for you?
Oh man, it was both of those things. It was therapeutic and it was frustrating, and it was just it was another thing that I did to try to escape everything. So yeah, it was different. That I I didn't write all of the songs during that time, but the majority of them. So there was a couple of songs that I wrote in a similar fashion to the first record, which was just like on a plane. And like the way I write these songs is just with a pencil and paper and manuscript paper. I don't, uh, sorry, pencil and manuscript paper. And I don't have any instruments around me. So I'm just literally writing what I know and to be honest, it's what I'm hearing, and it's what I know. That's what it is.
Hmm.
It's not what I hear, it's what I'm hearing in the moment and what I know. That's the best way I can kind of describe the way I was creating the music. If you read music for however many years I've been reading music, it's a language, right? And I need to figure out who said this. I love this quote. Um, I was just watching, how you're scrolling and you just get fed a bunch of old videos and interviews. So there's an interview of this musician. I think it was, I don't know who it was. I can't say who it was, but I'm going to figure it out. But the quote is, he said, music is a language, and if you only have 10 words in your vocabulary, you're not going to have much to say. That was the quote, and it was relating to like improvising and stuff, and really knowing the language. And I think that rings true with my music. I know the language.
Thank you very much for your time. It's been a pleasure getting to meet you.
Yeah, likewise.